Hello everyone, my name is Cristian Niculescu. You know me for a lot of automation with UiPath. So today we'll see I will show you an agent. So I create a lot of stuff with SAP, ChatGPT and so on. Today I will show you how to use an UiPath agent to be able to populate data in SAP. So I have here an agent that is created in the agent builder from UiPath. And I say to this agent that I want for sales order, I want the interval of items between 5 and 10, let's say, objects. And I want these sales orders to be generated in US. I will hit run. This will take a lot of time. So in this time, we'll explain. Here in my SAP, I have this sales order, yeah? And you'll see that if I say to him that I want 4 new sales orders, so he will create sales order from 40, 41, 42, 43. Okay? Good. So inside of the agent, I have here 3 tools. One tool is for getting the products. Getting the products means the items that are inside of so inside of the sales order, you have items that you can add TG11, TG12, TG something like this. Look, I have here a lot of items. Yeah. So the system will be able to extract all the items from my SAP uh, instance and know the items that will be able to put on the sales order. The next tool, it's getting the business. So the system is able to extract all the businesses from SAP. For example, here you see that we have domestic customer 1, 2, 3, and so on. And then the last tool is the tool that create an SO, an sales order. Yeah, you can see that the agent is already working and create the orders for us. And on this one, I tell him in the so for products I don't have parameters. For business I have the location parameters. So he already finished. For business I have the location parameter, and it has to convert the if it's US United States it has to convert to US. Japan is GP and so on. So I tell him that you need to send the 2 letter of the country. So in this way we send the country. In here, when I create the sales order, I have to send him an JSON body, yeah? So in this JSON body, you have the JSON like this, and I have to send it as a VB.NET string, so he will show like this. So I'll put all the brackets, yeah? So I get him this data. Let's see the result, and then we'll continue with the explication with agent. Let's see. 40, 40, 41, 42, 43. You see that we are in a different customer. So it's domestic customer 1, 2, 3, and 4. Yeah. So he was able to vary this stuff. Let's see. He was able to vary the quantity of the items for sure, and the number of items. Let's go to this one and let's see what is inside. So here I will have 5 items with each item with um, different quantity, yeah. And also it's important here the delivery date. So here it's 4 of April, yeah. Let's go to the next one to see what he's putting there. So on the next one, he put 10 items with different quantities. It's the other, and it's 5th of April, the delivery day, yeah. So basically, he helped me to generate very random data with multiple variables inside of SAP. Here we have 7 items. Again, you see they're totally different on the codes and so on. Different requests, and we have 6 April. Okay, and here we have 8 items, different requests with another date. Okay, good. Now, let's go and send another. Let's hit him that I want 5, but I want 2 to 6. So let's run it again. The agent. It was fast to create all this stuff, and let's see what is inside of the agent. Now, inside of the agent, I have here the user prompt where you say you need to create number of sales order. It's coming from here, new sales order in SAP. So this is a variable. You see, I put here different variables, and to access the variable, I put here this code with dollar and then between the brackets. Okay. Uh, Now, so this is the main prompt, but let's understand the system prompt. What is there? Yeah. So the system prompt, it's I say that first time he need to run the product tool to be able to extract all the products from SAP, to know the products from SAP. Then again, first time he has to get the business tool to get all the business. Remember that we have multiple business with it was domestic customer 1, customer 2, customer 4, and so on from SAP. He has to build a list of these customers. So he will get a list of materials, and then he will get a list of customers. Then, to be able to generate multiple sales orders in SAP, you have to use the HTTP request SO tool. So this is the tool for generating the SOs. Yeah. And for each, you have to call, I tell him that he has to call this tool for each sales order. And the process will take around 10 seconds. So therefore, he has to remember to send this data. Now, I provide him an example. So I provide him an example of the sales order, yeah? And what are the minimum stuff that he has to put there? Okay. And these are the minimum stuff that I put. And I provide him an example with two materials, with TG11 and TG20, with 5 and so on. And then I will say that the structure of JSON, of JSON, it's a fixed structure, but you have to follow the rules. Yeah. So I remove here the number of the rules, but these are the 5 rules. Yeah. So it's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Okay. So material, you can change the material value with any entry from the list of materials. Remember that we get the list of materials. Sold party. Yeah. So for this one, sold party, you can change the sold party for any from the list of businesses. For each new sales order, try to use different. Remember how he used it last time, that it was domestic 1, 2, 3, and 4. Probably this time should be look, domestic 1, 2, 3, and 4, and 5. Yeah. So he put different stuff, and now he create a new sales order with less items. It was the minimum is 2 items. Yeah. Let's say another rule. So request quantity should be any integer between 1 and 100. Yeah. In item result. So here, yeah, you may include multiple objects. And the interval of the items is this one. I say between 10 and 6 or 2 and 6 objects. The only requirement is the object must have different materials. For each sales order, try to have a different number of objects if it's possible. The request delivery date. You can change the request delivery date, but make sure that keep the same format. So the format that we have here, so have to provide the same format. And should be at least 10 days from now. Yeah. Try to use different date for each sales order if it's possible. So these are the instructions. So you see here that he create another sales order on 4 December with two items. I have another one here that I have it with 5 items and a different time. And you can see that we have really different items on each. We have other sold party from US. So we can make a variation of the data that we generate inside of our system to be able to make testing of the system in a very nice way. Okay, so this is the idea of this agent, to be able to generate testing data for your SAP system in a very nice and fast way. Uh, and this data should be very diverse. Let's understand what is inside. So I explain here what is inside of the agent. Let's understand what is inside of the tool and what I configure from the SAP point of view to be able to connect to these tools. So I have three tools. That one is for creating the SO, one is for getting the product, and one for getting the business. I will go on this one with getting the products, and I have to explain what is inside on the connection. I will explain on the end on the connection. So you can see here that I have on the get product, I have an argument. It's a string argument that will be out. And here I go to the products, search on the product, search for this type of product, because not all the products from my SAP enter on I can put on a sales order. So I know this code that he has to be on the code. So I limit it to per product to be like this, and then I put this product on a list, yeah? And then I put this, I set the argument to be outside. So the argument to be output on the list. Here, I find that the product that are service are not able to put on the item list, so I put the filter. This is the things that you can configure for each SAP instance. So I'm not a big, I don't know a lot of stuff from SAP, so I just know from testing that some stuff is not. I get the list of items, but some stuff are not able to put on them on the sales order. So services they are not be able to put on the sales order. So this is very based on your SAP system. Then I have another one which is business. So we go and extract the business. I go to business. I say business partner address. Here, let me select again to. And we'll talk about this connection on the end because it's very important to know to understand this type of connections. I do this via OData. So business partner address. On this partner address, I say country equi location, and I have I have here as an input the location. Remember that I write USA and so on. And here I have the output is the list of the businesses, which was my list with all the ID of the businesses. Yeah. And here I put the businesses on the string, and I return the list of the business. Okay. Let's go also to the last one with the HTTP request that create the sales order, and then we'll explain the connection because also on the connection it's something interesting there. So here on HTTP request, until now I use list of records, yeah, and I get the list of materials, list of businesses. Now on all data here, I use HTTP request. So I use here all data on all the connection. On the first two, I use list of entity records, and now I use HTTP request. I can use also insert record, but on the insert record, I'm not able to create dynamically the code. So I prefer to use HTTP request and create dynamically the JSON. Yeah, remember that I have the JSON that my agent create the JSON, and that it's dynamical made. Okay. So here I select that I want with sales order. I do a post. I say that I'm on the sales order, and here I provide the JSON. Remember that the agent has a JSON model, and he will modify this JSON and create this JSON based on the things that I provide him, the number of orders, the number of items that I want and the location. Yeah, and based on this stuff, And based on the list that he extract first time, he's able to build this JSON dynamically. So you see, first time getting the products, getting the business, and then creating all this. And it was very fast for this stuff. Let's talk about connections, because here in the connection, you saw that I have different connections. So I have one connection for sales order, one connection for products, and one connection for business. So all the connections are OData, but each connection are different. What do you mean each connection are different? So take a look. This sales order, it's a connection that it's OData version 2 that is going to the API sales order service. Okay. I have another connection that is to API product service. Yeah. And I have the last connection for business. Business partner to be able to extract this stuff. So I need this type of connection. To be able to see this in SAP, here you have to go to communication. Communication. Let me see if I find it well. Because you have to configure this on your SAP to be able. So on the communication agreements, you need to have sales order integration, you need to have product integration, and you need to have business partner. So you have to configure on your SAP this stuff to be available. Okay? And you have other videos from my site that I show you the stuff. So let's make a conclusion. I create an agent. I provide him the number of sales order, the number of items that I want in a sales order, and the location where I want the sales order. I run this agent. I run it from this debug mode, but think about that agent, you can run it from what you want, autopilot, a robot, from Copilot or other stuff, from Slack, from MS Teams. You can run this stuff, yeah? And inside of SAP, I'm able to create sales orders. I'm able to create um, multiple sales orders with the variety of the data, the location, the business partner, the date and time, and so on. So I can create a lot of variation of the data that can help me a lot on testing my systems. Yeah. So you saw how fast it was created. And think about just about the structure of this robot. So if you want to make tests for ServiceNow, Salesforce, and so on, you just need to think about an agent like this that will be able to build real good data for you. Yeah. So if you have other ideas, please comment to my movies. Tell me what else you want to see on my movies. Subscribe to my channel and inform me what other use case you want to see. Bye bye. Have a good one. Stay safe.